Oh man, I'm feeling so great compared for the last couple of days. I felt like complete and utter shit. Um, I don't know if it's just, the flu bug or what. I mean, not I would say not a flu per se. Um, the change of climate with all the rain the other day has caused a lot of I guess you say a lot of chest cold. But I'm still moving, so that's all that matters at the end of the day. Just keep it moving. How about you on your end?
Oh man, yeah, I've been feeling about the same for the last few days. Had this like a dry cough type of thing, but a soreness around my throat where it feels like dry and it's raspy. So I'm
Right.
gonna I'm gonna sound even weirder this episode.
Well, I mean, we're also remote, so it's kind of a little bit different. No one wanted to get the other person sick, so that's kind of how we put it. Made it a little bit better for both of us. Plus, it's rather cold outside, and
Yeah,
it's just like they say: if your hose are outside and they're cold, they need to come in. So we need to come in as well. So, per
I
se,
am shaking my head right now at you.
what's that?
I'm shaking my head right now.
Hey man, I kind of figured that. Ain't nothing better to say something like that.
But
You got nothing better to do.
you
You
know
know
what else?
what's that?
Being remote also saves us from smoking half a pack during that recording of an episode.
Which that is the true. That will keep at least half my lung available. Well, maybe like a tenth of a lung available. The only bad part is I got a lot of indigestion. So if I start burping, it's not my fault. I mean, it's just my body's telling me something else. You know what I mean? So, but you did say that we were
Yeah.
talking earlier. You had some things happen this week. So how's your week been?
Well, let me tell you by Saturday after we recorded last weekend,
Yep.
drove home. Sunday, my wife and I were going to take the kids to the best place, Best Buy, to pick up my computer.
The
But
Best
anyway,
Buy.
I go out to the truck and flat tire.
Oh no.
Flat tire. The driver
No.
side front tire was flat. And I'm like, I got to blame Ron for this because the first time I've driven the truck to your house, next day is completely flat, like down to the rim.
No, hold on. You should have went to Best Buy the same day.
No, I did. My computer wasn't ready.
Oh well, you should have told them to get it, get faster. If that was Circuit City, that would have been done. Oh my bad, Circuit City's out of business. My bad.
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
why they're out of business.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe because they kept on bringing it back to them. Yeah, good inquisitive. Go ahead, man.
No, but yeah, it was completely flat. We used the car, so it wasn't a big deal. But I was like, what the hell happened to this tire? They are pretty old. I need 4 new ones anyway. But you saw how it was. It was both were good at your house. Next day, that one was just completely flat.
Was it a nail in it or what was it?
Well, after it was replaced, couldn't see anything. I think it was probably hit something, but there wasn't a nail on the tire itself. Maybe someone just don't like me slash my tire. Who knows?
That'll be into a different episode of talking about slashing tires. And so we won't talk about that today, but I'm pretty sure we have an episode that's coming up that's going to be about that. Not per se that, but there'll be reasons why. So, but yeah, so nothing happened to your tire, it just went flat. You still haven't figured out, did you get a new tire or what'd you do there?
Luckily, my spare is a full size tire, and my insurance covers it. So it was, even though it was a kind of a long week, it was not a bad week monetary wise.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
good.
Except in the future, I'm going to buy new tires anyway. So for the past week itself, monetary wise, I didn't have to pay out of pocket, not even to get my computer fixed at Best Buy.
Was that because of insurance reasons or how
Insurance
do
was
you
fucked, and yeah, kind of not warranty or insurance for Best Buy, but I'm one of their members.
Oh, you're a Best Buy. You're part of the Geek Squad.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
The Geek Squad. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. A number one. Nothing wrong with that.
It was fixed and it's working. So
That's all that
matters.
That's all that matters at the end of the day. If it's working up to your compatibilities that you need it to do, right?
Hmm.
So that's definitely a plus. So your Saturday leaving my house to Sunday was an adventure so far. That's always a plus. How was the wifey and the kids about that?
Oh yeah, they were like the kids are like, oh yeah, that tire's flat. Yep, it sure is. I'm like, thanks, Captain Obvious.
That's so mean. That's a very true statement, though.
Yeah,
At least you kept it real.
yeah. And well, I think I mentioned earlier to you, we're fostering right now
Yes.
for extremely small puppies that were kind of like an emergency situation for that
Hmm.
for what the hell was that?
They sound like they're vicious.
No, four puppies were brought in to this shelter that they were
Yeah.
picking up the other dogs, and I mean, they were like maybe 7 weeks old, so they needed a place to go. So the owner, Tammy from Hellhounds Rescue, called my wife and said, "Hey, we have an emergency situation. Can you take these puppies?" Of course, she didn't ask me. She just went straight over there to get the puppies.
Of course.
No,
Of course.
she told me as she was going. I'm like, okay, okay, that's fine. Of course, I didn't realize she was picking up all four puppies.
What kind of puppies are they?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I think they're like a couple are like mixed breed, a Maltese and something. But I couldn't tell you straight off. I don't know all my breeds very well. But there were,
I can.
but we took them in as fosters, and they've all already been adopted. We're just waiting for them to be picked up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations.
Oh yeah. So I mean, they're still crapping in my house, but it's okay. They're just puppies.
Yeah, but they should have some money with. They should have some EBT cards with them, so you could pay for their food.
Oh, we don't pay for the food. The shelter, the rescue does. She'll bring us food and whatever they need.
Oh well, that's good. That's good to hear. I mean, you don't have to it's not like really expensive to foster for the time being. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
granted, it can be time consuming more than
Mhm.
anything. But I mean, how long have you had them?
They came Wednesday afternoon, and as of Friday, all four were adopted.
Nice, nice. That's good. That's great to hear that. So to be honest, so is this like the biggest time where they start adopting, like a lot of family adopt like puppies and cats and all that at
Yeah,
this point?
well, at the age, it's mainly the age. During Christmas time, odds are it's less likely they're going to be adopted, but puppies that young, yeah, just because it's easier to train them.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, they're not like us people. We're hard to train no matter how old we get, and how young we are.
Yeah, we
So
training.
yeah, we we very suck at training. I totally understand that.
But that's
And
why
that.
I couldn't record on the computer today because they're actually asleep in the in a kennel with right now, so they can be far away from the kids and they don't get bugged. Which is in my wife's office where her computer is set up. My computer is yet to be set up because that's not where I'm having it. I'm gonna put it on the third floor.
Oh,
Not a third floor. I should call it the attic.
the, the
It's not like
John
I got a
Palace,
basement or anything.
the John Palace,
Yeah.
the Palace of John. Uh, we won't give out your address so that people don't see it, but we'll keep it on the low. Well, that's a hell of a start for a week. I mean, did you have anything else go on, or?
No, other than that, work good. Yeah, everything so far so good. I rarely have anything to complain. But you know what? I was thinking. I know you don't like rebranding, and I figure we can just get it out there. But instead of Real Talk Eastern Shore, what we do on a weekly basis is more like a mental health check with each other.
True, true,
It's more like we check in, see what's been going on, and just talk about our week.
true. And then we go into conversations of different things depending on what it is.
Right.
I mean, well, maybe what we should do, and our audience, we would love to hear from you about this. Maybe we should maybe start a second one, or we rebrand this. We can do either or we start a second one about the mental health check that we have now, and then start maybe something new. You know what I mean? I thought about that myself this week. That we could probably do other things, because there's a lot of things that go on that we don't really touch, because we don't try to, I would say, per se, rock the boat or have our opinions expressed really hard. I mean, every once in a while we get in details with certain things, but I think we can do a lot more across the board, as in, for everybody. How, the one thing we used to talk about is unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
That was something that we talked about a long time ago. That might be something we need to look into and venture into.
hmm
And also, try to get more into, the news around the Eastern Shore as well.
Yeah, and that's what would be Real Talk Eastern Shore. I would see be on that area, but so far we really haven't done that. We've just been talking about ourselves, talking to our guests about themselves, like
Yeah.
checking up on them.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, that's something we definitely need to discuss, and we need to, have a business meeting among, our producers and our host, which is me and you, and me
Right.
and you. And as we saw, I couldn't do a podcast myself, so like the only producer is you. So
But
I
you're
mean,
the main host, so we need
yeah.
both.
Yeah, you're right, because I run my mouth consistently nonstop, so that don't help matters at all. As I sit here Indian style watching TV on the podcast doing my little thing here. You know what I mean? I'm actually watching football at this point in juncture, which is fine with me. It does not bother me at all. I can do both at the same time. I can actually multitask. People need to write that down. Like, that's a hard thing to do for a lot of people. I don't know if you noticed or not.
Well, they got it on audio record, so they can play it anytime.
That is correct. They can sit there and be like, I want to listen to these fools because they're a bunch of hot air, plain and simple. But that's fine. So, but yeah, my
Yeah, how about you?
I get well, my week was I don't well, yeah, it was weird. So Sunday I pretty much went into work for a little while, got people together, got them do what they need to do, and they went out and did whatever. So Monday we finally hit our mother load, as I would say, where we peaked out as much as possible, as many packages, shipments, and freight that was going out. This Christmas has not been like normal Christmases. We were sitting back looking at things and numbers and stuff, and to be honest with you, we're actually down on freight compared to where we were last
Really?
year. Yeah. So, I'm going to attribute that to inflation. Just everything's expensive, no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Gas is finally almost below $3, which is amazing to me, because I can't even remember when last time I seen $3 almost.
Well, actually, when I left your house last weekend, you know that Liberty gas station by the Royal Farms on 8?
Yeah.
That one was $2.99.
Really?
Yeah, which surprised me the next day when I went to work and it was back to 3.11. So I'm like, what the hell?
Oh,
But it
yeah.
must have
Yes.
been that area.
Well, that Liberty gas station's kind of shady, probably, anyway.
Yeah.
Anything that says Liberty, I kind of get shady by, because every time I've been to a Liberty gas station, it has been very not a pleasant scenery around there usually.
Gotcha.
Because we have one in Dover in town on the highway, and that thing is sketchy as hell. Like, I really think if I go up there, I might be able to buy a bag of weed and everything else the way it looks. But I could be wrong. You know what I mean? It's just the look of it. But overall, yeah, I mean, we went through the numbers, and it's a lot less. Notice, and the drivers are doing the best they can. Some of them do great, some of them do so. It is what it is, though. But interesting enough, one of my drivers, will not say their name on here, has been listening to our podcast.
Okay.
And made a comment
Oh, Lord.
about the Lost podcast.
About the what?
The Lost podcast.
Oh, okay.
And that driver stated, you can't do a podcast by yourself, but you can do all these numbers by yourself. Oh, you're not that smart enough. I was like, Jesus. He
Oh
didn't
wow.
say that in that terminology, but that's how he was getting that. You know what I
He
mean?
implied it.
Yeah, he implied it, which I think he was joking anyway. But I got something for him this week. I got something for him definitely. I'm going to definitely make his day even a little bit more brighter per se. I'm gonna have to give him like 100 stops. Tell him, that's what you get for making fun of me. You know, but no, I won't do that to him. I'm not that evil. Well, I can be, but I mean, the thing is, like, the drivers can come into my door. We have open door policy, and they can say whatever they want to me. Like,
Hmm.
I don't care. Like, if it makes them feel better, it makes them, I guess you can say jive with what they're doing that day, or make them, work harder, or they get it off their chest, so they got a lot less, to worry about today. Then I do it. I let them do it. I'm not going to bother with it. I mean, it's not like they come in there and straight up cuss me, which that's happened once or twice before too. But still, I mean, as long as they're happy and they can do their job, that's all that matters to me. At the end of the day, like, I'm
Right.
not going to be mad about it. Um, so I mean, that was that. I mean, I've been feeling off and on. We've had a couple drivers sick. Um, it sucks, to be honest with you, when you got drivers that are sick and they're pushing themselves. I
Hmm.
mean, literally, we had one driver yesterday call me on the phone. I didn't answer at first, but they called me. They called my other office person, and they said, "Is Ron around?" And they were like, "Yeah." And they gave me the phone, and they were like, I can't do no more. I really can't do no more. I was like, just come in. You know what I mean? I'm not going to push you that much.
Right.
Like, we are going to push, but we're not going to, if you're sick and you don't feel good, I'm not going to sit there and tell you, you got to stay out there and get the job done. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just not how I work. If you ask some other people, they might tell you differently, but I mean, that's just not how I do. I mean, I'm there to make sure that everyone is, as best as they can be. I mean, I don't expect no miracle. I mean, we begin our freight later and later. And I mean, you getting out at 2 o'clock with 45 stops in 7 different towns is rough, man. Like, it's rough. And it's not going to happen. And I know it, you know what I mean? So we kind of set ourselves up for failure, which sucks. But, I look at it this way: I'll take care of the emails, and I'll take the blowback and go from there. You know what I mean? I'm not going to worry about it. So that's how my week pretty much has been. I mean, that's about it. Besides the rain, I got one of these trees out here, man. It's not looking too healthy.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, it looks like it's got like a gangster lean going on. Um, not too happy about it. I'm going to get it down, cut it down either today, tomorrow, or sometime before this weekend coming, because they say we're going to have some kind of event: rain, sleet, snow, cold, something.
Something that's gonna
And
make it worse.
yeah, and I want to take care of that before it does get any worse. Because if it gets any worse, it's going to be bad. So that's pretty much how my week went. I tell you, seen a lot less people walking around Milford, though. Definitely, with Tent City behind me
Yeah.
at work. Like, I feel bad for them people, man. Man, going to work, be there at 9 o'clock. It's like really cold. And that sucks, dude. Like, I can't imagine being in those tents, like, that cold. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, that would suck. Like, I would literally have like 5,000 blankets on me if I had to. That's the only way I could do it, man, because it is so cold. But I mean, other than that, man, that's about it, man. It's been quiet. It's been very peaceful, you know.
That's actually not a bad week. I mean, as, yeah, we don't as much as we like a really long episode. The fact that we don't have to. I'm not saying we're not gonna have one anyway, but the fact that we don't have that much to talk about our week means it was a good week
Yeah,
for the most part.
it's always a plus, because at the end of the day, you got to look at the whole parameters of everything.
Hmm.
Um, we wake up, we go to work, eat, sleep, drink, work, repeat. You know what I mean? Sounds about right.
Yep. Wake up with a backache, get dressed, go to work, eat, come back home, sleep.
Yeah. Speaking of that, the other day, man, I went to work on Wednesday, man. I tell you what, my back, my neck, my back, my legs, my feet, my ankles, my cankles, skin, my hair. My whole body hurt. And then, like, I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to go into work. This sucks. And I was just like, you know what? I know what I need. So what did I do? I went to Hardee's and got myself some breakfast. I was good for the rest of the day.
Nice.
Yes. Yes. How's your McDonald's pick still going? You still going with that?
Oh yeah, I'm still going with that.
Still going with that? What, do you go 5 days this week?
I went all 5 days this week. Wait, no. One day I started in Centerville, so no, I missed one.
Oh shit. So I do have a question about that.
Yep.
So when you go to McDonald's and you're sitting there going, okay, well, I am going to do this. I'm going to get myself my usual breakfast, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
At any time, do you go look at the line and say, nope, I'm not doing this?
No, because I pre-order on the app, and usually at the time I get there, there's no line.
So you're that lazy, you pre-order.
That's not being lazy. That's being
Pro-
what's the word?
proactive?
Proactive.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I still find it lazy. Do it the old way.
No,
What the fuck?
that's reactive. I'm proactive. You want to be paying with cash all the time, taking out your card out of your wallet? Hell no. I pay on
Well,
the app.
well, that's true. So I mean, I don't do that at all. I go right through the lines.
Well, we
I
know
don't
your
have time.
technical abilities, so it's okay.
Well, you got to understand. Like, I have more than one place I can go for breakfast.
Yeah,
You know what I
me
mean?
too. I just choose that one because
Yeah. Well, I can't do that. I can't do that at McDonald's. Like, that's going to cause massive hysteria in my bathroom. Like, I don't want
you at
that.
work, so it's okay.
Well, no, man. Them walls are thin, dude. Them walls are thin.
And this is
We get,
next to the office.
yeah, it's in the office.
Yeah.
Literally, like, you walk in the office, you make a right, the bathroom is there. If you look to the left, I'm sitting right at the door, pretty much. You know what I mean? I can't go no farther. You know, it's a small little office. Hopefully, they'll build a bigger one. There's times I'm in the office, there's everyone in there, so it sucks even worse. Because everyone's talking and like I'm trying to do what I got to do, and I'm just like, would y'all shut the hell up? But it never works that way. So yeah, that's the gist of the office. But overall, I gotta say, to be honest with you, I'm just glad that I am able to go to work when there's a lot of people out there struggling going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I can make money, provide. Christmas is right around the corner, legit.
Yeah, 1
8
week.
day, yeah, 1 week, like literally 8 days. Like,
Yeah.
well, it's less than 8 days because we're on a Saturday,
Yeah.
which we drop on a Sunday at 6 a.m.
Mhm.
And like, I just see like how bad it is for a lot of these families trying to, have a good Christmas or even have a Christmas. And I see it all on Facebook and all over social medias where people are asking for help or asking, can you give us this or get us that? And I'm like, man, I don't even know if I could done that. You know what I mean? I'd probably feel bad.
Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of that, I've been looking for places that would take gently used toys, not like barely used. Because I mentioned last week that I'm doing this thing with the kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they're giving away their toys. They're like, there's no problems, but nothing, no stains, no dents, nothing on their toys. But no place that I've talked to would take anything but new toys. And I understand COVID. You don't know how some houses are, how badly they smoke in some with the toys, maybe have some residue or whatever. But I just don't want to give the toys to Goodwill for them to have to resell. If people are going to buy used toys from Goodwill, why not just take used toys? I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, my thing is this. Like, agree wholeheartedly. Like, you can sit there and take those toys and sit them off to like, they can sit them off to the side and just be like, okay, well, it's over here. If they think it might have COVID or whatever, or they can, wash them off. I mean, they can wash off a brand new, a toy that costs maybe, I don't know, $10, $12,
Right.
and they can give it to someone that might want it, or give them, it could go to a lot of places. I mean, I know, like, the cops, they deal with some domestic violence and then they have kids involved. and they used to give them, I think, stuff, animals and stuff or something like that.
Yeah.
Just little things like that. It can go to that. I don't understand why it's such a nuisance, I guess you can kind of say, or problem for them to accept that situation. They should be able to take those lightly used toys and put them to good use.
Yeah.
Now if they want, I would just say put them on a marketplace, sell them for $1.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
think you could do that.
Marketplace $1, and here you go. I didn't want me to, and you know what you can do with that money? Actually, if you want to do something with that money, just put it in your kid's bank account.
But we're not getting any money out of it. I'm not. I
Well, you
don't
can give
want
it
to
for
sell the
free.
toys.
Well, I was going to say, well, you can give them for free too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to, charge $1, I'm saying per se, you could if you wanted to. That's the only thing I'm thinking about. You don't have to though.
Yeah. I think you have to put a number and then say in the description it's free or something like that.
Well, there you go. There you go. You got an idea now. You just do that. It was $1. That's all I would put, $1. And then, in the description, write it out. Say, if you're interested in any of these toys, let me know, and we'll have a meet place, and you can pick up these toys.
Yeah.
And then, we don't need any recognition. Just take it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Because that's the biggest thing, at the end of the day. So I mean, and I'm glad that your kids are doing that's a big thing. It shows empathy, the fact that you realize the big picture in life.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about you and your family. It's about everybody. I would probably charge $1 million though.
Coming from an orphanage with no toys.
Yeah, exactly. Well, kids get everything they want now.
Yeah.
What is it that a kid really needs that they don't have? Unless, I mean, granted, how can I put it? A lot of families, I'm not saying they have the money, but they will, splurge on their kids quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Even if it's a need or a want.
Mm-hmm.
A need is definitely needed. A want is just what it is, a want. But I mean, that's, I can't, holler about it. You guys are good people, Like I said, I'd charge $1 million, but that's just me. Gotta make money somehow, right?
Yeah.
But we'll get where we need to go, me and you. At the end of the day, that's only going to take a little bit of time, but it's going. And like I'm going to tell everyone, we appreciate you listening. We appreciate everything you guys do. Even when we don't know what you're doing, the fact that we know you're there, we see it. Like we do get statistics. We do read, where people are from, what they're doing, how they're doing. If we know who it is, we know we identify 2 or 3 people that listened so far. But we're getting people from all across America. I thought I saw some from Connecticut the other day.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it was Connecticut and Arkansas and Illinois. And I mean, I'm not saying we're retaining these people as listeners, but we're trying the best we can. I think that, we're doing more fluently. We sound so much better, and like I said, after probably the first year, we'll probably be either rebranding or we'll have 2 podcasts. Does that sound about right?
I'd go with the rebranding because it does cost money to put out another podcast.
I got it. My BT car will take care of it. We got this. We got it. So yeah, I mean, like I said, and plus, we're getting close to Christmas. We're within 8 days away. There's a lot more, unfortunately to say this, but there's a lot more situations that go on at this point in juncture in life where when you get close to Christmas, it seems like a lot of people get upset because, money's tight and, they're trying their best to, provide a good Christmas for everyone, for their family.
Yeah,
and I just hope they understand.
Sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, at the end of the day, I hope everyone understands, this is how it is, at the end of the lifetime. We push for our families and kids and ourselves, and hopefully, at the end of the day, we make the right decisions to get through Christmas, because it gets tough, mentally, emotionally, and financially. It really does.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, definitely. So I'm gonna probably wrap this up now.
Well, I'll tell you what though. Before we go,
Yeah.
obviously he can't hear me right now because he's downstairs. But one of my son's presents is a set of blinds for his windows.
Oh, we're
They
talking about
just
them
been
blinds. Wasn't that 3-4 episodes ago?
Yeah, because he broke them. He's gonna get a set of blinds from Santa.
And that's all he should have.
Oh, I wish, but when he breaks something, that's gonna replace the next year's present.
Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
He's
You gotta
been
do what
doing
you
good
gotta do.
since then, but he's still gonna get a set of blinds.
That's so mean. Santa Claus bringing blinds to him. I'm cool with that. And definitely, you gotta take pictures of that. That definitely gotta go on Facebook.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a video.
No, what's this for? Them blinds you messed up, boy. Oh my god. Well, like I'm gonna always say, man. We'll definitely do this next Saturday, Christmas Eve. Will be our Christmas episode. So, like I've always said, man, it is what it is, and if we don't have haters, we're not living life right. So, from me,
And me.
and from John, of course, I'll just say it for myself. From me, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.
And from me, you guys have a wonderful night.